YouTube. This is my 5000 BTU Hair window air conditioner. I've done a few things to it to improve its efficiency and its performance. First thing you see, I tape these filters on here. Because how they work is, they suck in air from the sides in these vents and blow it out the back of the condenser. Blow it through the back. And after many hours of use, it'll become clogged up with just dirt and dust and whatever else gets sucked in there. And I put these little filters in here to prevent that. Let me get this cover off. I had a problem with this air conditioner of letting a lot of hot air in from outside. So I took some insulation and tacked it to the back of the styrofoam baffle that houses the fan and everything. And I insulated the evaporator return line that goes into the compressor. That'll also help minimize the condensation that collects in the pan. Because that condensation will rust out the pan and the condenser coils. All I used to do that is some expanding foam and some pipe insulation. I trimmed it down to size because this tubing is obviously smaller than, like, you know, water pipes, your average water pipe, and used some zip ties to secure it to the line. I also drilled a hole. I don't think you could see it, but there's a little galley that the condensation off the evaporator collects into it and routes it out the back here. And ordinarily this would just fill the pan up, you'd hear a sloshing sound, the fan would hit it and it would make an annoying sloshing sound. So I drilled a hole right where that galley empties out into the pan, so it drips just straight out of the pan. There's no water in this metal pan at all. And I've heard a lot of people say, oh, the water's used to, you know, it also can cool, it helps cool the condenser and everything, but I think that's very, very marginal, if at all. I mean, it's just at the very bottom, and look. I don't know how well you can see that. This is about 1.5 years old. It's already starting to rust out here. I've cleaned a lot of it out. So, to prolong the longevity of this thing, I decided just to rid it of the water collection there. You know, there's no sense in having any water there. This has been a fairly reliable unit, actually. Started up. That's right, I unplugged it. I had it hooked into a little 2-stroke generator, which I will make a video of soon and post it on YouTube. Oh, another thing I did was use these denser filters here, because the one it came with was still letting a lot of crap past it into the evaporator, so I stuck some of this foam filter there, because it filters better. But yeah, I see a lot of videos on YouTube about how to maintain your window air conditioner, but nothing about how to actually improve the performance of them. And every design has room for improvement, and this one's especially no exception. But that's all I did. And one more thing, where the shaft, so this is 2 fans, but it's one motor that turns both fans. There's a shaft that goes through the styrofoam and then connects to this fan. There was a big gap. There's a gap about a hole about that big, but the shaft is only about that big. So I stuck some RTV sealant around it to sort of close that gap around that shaft, because that was also letting a lot of hot air in. And put some insulation behind that. But yeah, there's there's no condensation at all dripping, collecting in the pan as a result of my modifications to it. It's getting hot out here, so I'm going to install it in the window soon. And I'm not going to just use these little plastic baffles that come with the unit. I'm going to take a piece of plywood. They're not very secure either. I mean, any burglar can just punch through that crap and get in. I'm going to actually get a piece of plywood and, you know, screw it to the outside wall and everything, and put some more of this, where's that? Because I got a lot more of this foam filter. Oh, here it is. It's not really a filter, but I bought this to help insulate the baffles and stuff, because that also lets a lot of hot air in. If it'll focus. But that's pretty much it. Been a very good little unit. Uses very little electricity. Uses less than 500 watts. That's about it. Be sure to comment my video. Thank you.